We are finally leaving the era of souls, likes, and open world games. I feel like for the past decade, every game has been open world or has been attempting to be the new Elden Ring, the new Dark Souls. Just look at the lineup. Lies of P, Ghost of Tsushima, Elden Ring. So many souls likes, so many open worlds. And not to say that these aren't great games, but if I'm being completely honest, I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting, as the kids these days say, fatigue. I have officially entered the Souls fatigue. My name is Isaac, and if you hear more of my stories, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's begin. Onimusha Way of the Sword is not a Souls-like and not an open world, director said. Instead, it expands on what the series is known for. Now, I am very excited for this because, as I said, I am tired of playing these open worlds, Souls-likes, and again, they're excellent games. It's just, I feel like we've been getting different iterations of very similar product for the past 10 years, and I just think it's time to move on to something else. Onimusha Way of the Sword is releasing in 2026. Will be the series' first new mainline entry in over 20 years, featuring legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi as the protagonist. The game has been in production since early 2020, with Capcom taking 2 years just to get permission to model protagonist after a famous late actor Toshiro Mifune. In the meantime, trends have changed and open world games and Souls-likes have become a strong presence in the video game market. We asked Onimusha director Satoru Nihei how much the game will be incorporating these trends after 20 years and what changes it will bring compared to past titles. Now, I really feel like From Software change the video game landscape. Every game is difficult, every game is open world or Souls-like. I mean, just look at even Star Wars is not a Souls game, but it has Souls elements in it. The Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, both of these games have Souls elements. And when we're not even full Souls like Stellar Blade, you still have the similar difficulty and checkpoint system of these Souls games. So it's just nice to see Capcom taking a stand and going in a different direction. Onimusha Way of the Sword isn't an open world game, and it certainly isn't a punishing die and retry Souls-like game either, Nihei remarked. While there's no doubt a seasoned action game player will be able to enjoy it, our goal was to make a game which gamers who don't consider action games their forte will also have fun playing it. In the Way of the Sword, our main focus was to express the clashing of blades through action. Yeah, I agree with the sentiment, and I love a game that is difficult, but for the past couple days, I just sit in front of my PS5 and I look at the games that I have on my PS5, and I've got Lies of P, The First Berserker Kasan, Elden Ring, Night Rain. All these games are difficult, and I just look at it and I don't even play anything. I just shut off the PS5 and go on YouTube because I don't want to beat my head against the wall anymore. I have work, trying to start a family, I'm married, I'm the best man for a wedding. I've got other things to focus on, and I want to play these games to relax. But I don't like cozy games, I don't like farm simulators, I like a good action game. I just don't think they all have to be hair-pullingly difficult. In the pursuit of a realistic sword-on-sword combat, the devs implemented 2 new actions as key mechanics of the game: deflecting and redirecting. According to Nihei, deflecting is especially effective in boss fights as it depletes a special stamina gauge of the enemy, which, when completely emptied, allows you to trigger the break Isen and destroy parts of the boss. That's definitely interesting. I am wondering if by breaking parts of the boss, you can use those parts maybe as material, or perhaps use those parts as a one-time use weapon throughout the boss fight. Break Isen is another addition to the series, but it will not be replacing the good old Isen veteran players are expecting. Now, full transparency here, I have actually never played Onimusha. I got to play Onimusha 2 as a kid. I played for about the first 10 minutes, And then my brother, who had access to the memory card, because it was his memory card, saw that it was a violent game and told me that he wouldn't let me use his memory card if I played Onimusha, and the game was promptly returned to the video store. Being able to insta-kill weaker enemies with the regular Isen is one of the series' representative game elements, and it also appears in the new title. It seems the series' trademark Isen will still be as difficult to pull off as it was in the past entries, and that is where the new break Isen could come in handy. By repeatedly using deflection, you'll be able to deplete the enemy's gauge and thus easily trigger the break Isen. Now, this I think is fantastic. I like it when games have a posture bar. I think one of my favorites is definitely going to have to be Sekiro. It is a Souls game, but the fact that you don't have a stamina bar, you have a posture meter, and once you break that enemy's posture meter, it allows you to go in for that final blow. I think this is an excellent add to action games, because like I always did find it a little weird that I could slash a dude 30-40 times, plunge my sword in his chest, and then he just gets up like it wasn't really a big deal. Nihei explains that the Onimusha team created Break Isen as a new mechanic to help make defeating bosses feel more rewarding. Other actions that we decided to keep as is were those related to the Oni Gauntlet. The soul absorption ability appears in the way of the sword as well. And as part of the series identity, we considered it to be very important, he adds. What is the soul absorption mechanic? It seems like absorbing souls and enhancing weapons. You can absorb the souls that appear from defeating enemies by infusing your weapons and armor with red souls. I wonder if this is going to be a like upgrade tree, or if this is like a temporary boost that they get. If you guys know and you've played the Onimusha series before, I would really appreciate it if you let me know what's going on in the comment section down below. Despite introducing a bunch of new mechanics, it seems like Onimusha Way of the Sword will be retaining many elements that are traditional to the series. Previously, Kodawaki had also confirmed that the game will be sticking to the series roots, embracing a linear story and stage progression, rather than opting for an open world exploration format. As a new mainline entry after 20 years, Way of the Sword seems to continue honing the spirit of Onimusha, and while it technically is a reboot, it looks like it will have enough to offer to both newcomers and longtime fans of the series. Onimusha Way of the Sword is scheduled to release in 2026 for PC, PS5, and the Xboxes. There you have it, folks. Onimusha Way of the Sword is coming soon, and I cannot say how happy I am that they are sticking to their guns, having a linear stage-based gameplay. I feel like too many games are open world unnecessarily, and unfortunately the gameplay, the visuals, and just the overall game suffers from having such a large, massive world that they have to fill up. Bigger isn't always better. That's going to be another video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. While you're down there, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.